Hello, I'm going to go over some settings for a Nikon D3300, and this is kind of like this cool little take on it. Pretty excited. There is the 3300. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do, this is how I usually have the strap wrapped around it. So I'm going to take the strap off like that, okay? And if you look on the back of this camera, let's go like this, you're going to see it says, before taking photos, rotate the ring to extend the lens. What that is this right here. You're going to see a little dot on here. You're going to want to push that in. You see how it's actually, if you look over here, it's on the lock right there. You're going to want to push that in and rotate it so it's at least there. That's the zoom lens, okay? So you can zoom in, you can zoom out. When you're done with the lens in the camera, you can push that button and put it into lock so that it uses up a lot less space. So extend it out here like this, and now first thing you want to do is you want to see, is this camera actually, is the battery charged? And the way that you can see that, well, actually, you can't see anything. Oh, right there, it's on. So you see right here in this little spot right there where it has one bar, that needs to be charged. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the camera off. We're going to flip the camera upside down, and you see this right here? You're going to need a little bit of a nail or something because you got to push that the direction of the arrow, which is in, right? So I'm going to take my thumbnail and kind of push in on that little thing, go that way with it, right? The direction of the arrow so that it unlocks. I don't want to break it. Now see this little yellow thing right there? We're going to flip that out. So flip it, push on it so that it lets the battery up. And then you always want to do this over a surface, okay? You're going to flip the camera upside down with your hand underneath it, and then it should just kind of come out. And that way, if it falls somewhere or the camera falls, it's right on top of this surface here. That's really important. Now, I'm going to show you basically what to do with the batteries right now, and then I'll show you the next part. Okay, so this is where you're going to go back into change out the batteries. Now if you notice the light's off, this switch right here is the light. Turn that on, and you're going to come back over here. This is the battery station, okay? So if you have a bad battery right here, okay, and you see that over here there's either no batteries in it or the lights are both green, then what you can do is you can take them out like this, take them out, put them in the good batteries because they've been charged, okay? And then the battery that you've taken out that is bad, you can put in here like that, okay? If you find that there are more bad batteries, feel free to take some and put it in there, okay? So to get it in there, it's kind of like you see those prongs right there, and then you see this part of the battery. That's gonna go in there like this, like that, and they should say red as they're charging up. But this is the bad battery box, good battery box. Okay, so now we're going to take a new battery. This is our new battery that we have, and we're going to flip the camera upside down, and we're going to find that don't force it, okay? If it doesn't go in, then you're probably doing it the wrong way. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that this goes like this, and you kind of push on that little yellow thing right there, that little marker. I'm going to push that in a little bit, and the battery should very easily go in there. If it doesn't, you don't want to force it because you're going to break it, and then it should very easily push in until you see that little yellow thing pop out. Now it's locked, okay? And I can very carefully kind of close this in here like that, and it should snap into place or lock, okay? That's important. Now, back here, you either want to always be putting the camera on you like this, because I have drop cameras and you have to get them fixed, or, you know, so always have the strap around your neck. If the strap is not correctly put on, if the strap comes off, put it back together, and if you can't figure it out, find someone that can help you or me. Okay, so always have the camera around your neck or on top of a table when you're working on it, always, okay? Now, for general purposes, we're just gonna put the camera, we're gonna turn this dial to P for program. That's important, P for program. Now, what I can do is, if it's around my neck or on a table, either way, it doesn't matter, I can go into the menu to do a couple things. I'm going to set it up. So to turn the camera on again, I'm going to flip it like that, okay? And then let's go through some of the things that I think are important on this menu, okay? So it's on P. If the camera back light goes off, you can always touch the little shutter silver button right there, shutter release. Just touch it a little bit, okay? Touch it a little bit. And then right here, we're gonna go into the menu, okay? The menu says the word menu. So we're gonna push that menu. And first thing we're gonna wanna do is delete all the pictures. So on this little dial right here, we're gonna push in so that it goes into the different sections. So see, I can go up and down into different things, but I'm gonna format these pictures right here. So when you go into it, it says all image on memory card will be deleted, okay? So I'm gonna push yes, and then push that button, okay? It's gonna delete all my pictures off, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back again into the other part of the menu, and I'm gonna go up here to the camera. And I'm going to, and I'm doing everything with this little button, left and right and in and out. So now when I'm in here, these are some settings for just basic everyday shooting, okay? The image quality, I'm gonna make sure the image quality is on JPEG basic, okay? Again, I'm gonna make sure that the image size is large, okay? I'm going to come down, make sure this says auto, SD looks good. Auto distortion control, I'm going to put on, okay? Let's see. And then color space, that's fine. Active D-lighting is on. Noise reduction is on. ISO sensitivity settings. At times we will be changing this, but for now, I'm going to have the ISO set at 100, okay, and I'm going to go auto ISO control, sensitivity control, make sure that that is on, and then maximum sensitivity, for right now I'm going to have it on 12,800, and then minimum shutter speed is going to be off auto, okay. There's a couple other things we're going to go into. So AF area mode should just be viewfinder and live view, okay, like that. Let's go built-in AF assist illuminator, you can have that. Metering should look like that. Movie settings. Let's change that. We definitely don't need that much. In fact, you can probably go to 1280 by 720. Now, if you want a higher frame rate, that's good, but actually, you know what? 1920 by 1080 is also good, so you can go like that. Movie quality, you can put that at normal. You definitely don't need anything beyond normal for just everyday general stuff. Okay, now let's go back into anything else we need to do. It looks like everything is good. Image quality is basic, large, that's the big things, and then also ISO sensitivity is good. Okay, so the other couple things you're going to want to know with this camera is right here, when you want to autofocus, you're just going to halfway push down on this shutter release button, the silver one, okay? And you can sometimes hear it too, okay? And if, let's say, I'm focusing on something closer or farther, you can even see sometimes it focusing on something farther or closer. And what you're going to want to do is put the lens over your head like this, the strap, and then you're going to want to use this, and you're going to want to look through the viewfinder and slightly push down on the button, okay? Slightly push down on it. And if it's darker, you're going to see that little light come on. That is just to assist it, okay? Notice that when I'm focusing on something closer or farther away, you can see the lens moving a little bit. You also want to make sure over here on this side, let me turn this around so you can see this, on the side of the lens, if you see this on here, I would put VR right here on, and I would also keep the focus for A, that's autofocus. M is manual focus. You don't want that, okay? And so that's a couple things that you can do. If you need flash on here, you can hit the little lightning button, and then this will pop up. But right now we have that set as that. So again, P and all those settings. And then if you want to take a picture, what you're going to do is you're going to push down all the way on this shutter release. Halfway is focus. All the way down takes a picture. And you can kind of see what that looks like right there. I just took a picture. Oh. And if you want to see your pictures, you can push the play button right here. That little play. But this is what I shot real quick here. This is part of my room that I'm in. Okay. So hopefully that gives you an idea for some basic settings. You can also, so let's say I take another picture, put the camera strap around my neck right here. I can zoom in or zoom out. So again, zoom out, that's 18, or zoom in, 55. Again, so that's how you can kind of, and put your eye right up there, and then you can crop it to what you want. So let me shoot a picture of just myself right here. And you guys can see what that looks like. That's the screen, okay? So hopefully that gives you a good idea for getting the camera started on the D3300. Okay, so last thing I'm going to show you is what to do when you're done with the camera, okay? When you're going to actually put it away. You want to take this little circle, put that to the lock, and then I'm going to basically bring it over something like a table or something, and I'm going to very carefully go like this around the lens, okay? Why? Because I want to put it away nicely, see how the lens is closed. That will take some practice, but that's really important to put the camera away.